Alright, welcome to Tucker's Pond and Predatory Plants. This is going to be the spring check on the pond. So we're going to head over to the frog bog, to the pond, and we're going to check out what's going on this spring to see how this thing overwintered. Alright, so there's our first view, taking a look. Waterfall looks like it's running nice. Doesn't seem like there's too many issues with the way the water's going. Of course, the top is bare. Not a lot of plants growing on the surface. As we look down in there, you can see we got a water lily that's starting to put some leaves up, sitting there. The fish, of course, they're hungry as always. Maybe looking a little green. Might have to put some bacteria in there, the good bacteria. This is one of my feather rock plants. On the left, you can see we've got some Sarracenia pitcher plant in there. So there's some old growth on it. We've cut a lot of the stuff off of it. You can see there's, from this one grow point, we're starting to get some growth on it. So it won't be too much longer. That should be coming up probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Sitting there. The moss is growing nicely all around. So back over by the skimmer, you've got a, I believe that is a hardy canna that's growing up over there. So that's started. Coming back. Right, moving over to the waterfall. Right, water is flowing good, just like we looked earlier. Looks like everything overwintered well. All right, there's 2 more feather rocks. We had those inside for the winter. You've got 2 Venus flytraps and some more pitcher plants in there. So I brought them out to enjoy the sun. It's too cold to leave them out. Those will go back in a little bit later. So I'm not sure if you can see down in there, but there is a pipe that runs to the right that will then come up into this bog area. So that's one of the filters that I'm using. So water's pumped up through all the gravel back through there. So it takes all of the fish poop and everything that could be harmful and gets it filtered out through those rocks. There's about 12 inches of pea gravel there. Now I'm going to be swapping that out for some peat moss and sphagnum moss and see if I can actually put some more of those carnivorous plants into the bog, but I'll be looking at that in the near future. The Venus flytraps, those have been overwintered inside. Actually, they broke dormancy inside, broke them early. If you look in the feather rock to the right, you've got some that have been out here all winter. Red dragon up front, it's got some baby pitchers getting ready to start. Typical back in the back, which has one that it's got starting to throw up, but it's still a ways away. Back in that other feather rock back there, you got Sarracenia purpurea minor on the left. On the top, I believe that is a Dana Delight, and then on the right, back in the corner, is a Judith Hennel. So those have overwintered. And as we start looking into them a little bit deeper, looks like we got some growing points on that one starting. So should be pretty good for the winter. We got an iris coming up over here in front of the frog to the right of the feather rock. And some creeping, I believe it's creeping Jenny, or creeping Nancy, I'm not sure which one that is down there, growing out from the bog as well. But those were the things that we've been wanted to come out here and check on. And it looks a little bare with nothing growing on the top of the pond, so we'll have to wait a little bit more for that. But doing good. All right. So again, good growing, and we'll talk to you soon.